Hello guys, and welcome to another episode of Stevie Black Clairvoyant. Now, basically, if you haven't watched this before, my name is Stephen Black Clairvoyant. What I've been doing is I'm going to select some of my favourite readings that I've done in shows, and I'm going to talk about them. And this next one that I did was for a lovely girl called Lesley and her brother Frank. And it was at Workington in Trades Hall. I'm going back there soon, actually. It's about an hour and a half's drive from Newcastle, on the borders of where I live. And I travelled over there on the afternoon, me and Blake, set everything up, all the equipment and stuff that I use. Because I've got a massive projector screen that I put up, so when I'm drawing people's loved ones, people recognise them, then I go over and I connect with them. And this is exactly what happened in this show. I drew the lady's mum, unbeknown to me, and she put her phone up with a photo of her mum. Blake brought it over to us, and I sided it by sided it, and you could clearly see that it was her mum, which you're going to see in this video that I'm going to show you in a minute. So I started connecting with her mum and telling her things that there's only like she would know, and she looked very nervous, as you're going to see in the video, but she was validating everything I was saying was correct. And then she brought her brother in as well. Her brother was with her, which I didn't know again, but she brought her brother in, and more and more proof and evidence started coming. But have a little watch of this clip. Hello, what's your name?
Lesley.
Oh, hiya, Lesley. And how are you tonight?
Alright.
Is this mum like?
Yeah.
Was she smoking like a chimney?
She used to.
It was too late? Because she's blaming herself with her smoking like?
Yeah.
Would that make sense to you?
Yeah.
We is more like mates than mother and daughter though.
Yeah.
But you always like telling each other off all the time.
Yeah.
But going shopping together as well. Like you would always tell each other off. But you put anyone else could.
More like my brother.
What's that?
My brother was closer to her than I was.
The first thing I got with your mum, right, was this, like, it's as if she used to smoke and point a fag up in the air like that.
Yeah.
She would always have a fag pointing up and she'd just be talking away and, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But she smoked excessively. But I don't know if it was COPD she got or what.
Yeah.
But she's saying, like, I never realised how dangerous, me personally, I didn't realise how dangerous COPD was until I started doing this professionally, and the amount of people who's like died from COPD. Do you know what I mean? And like, I just got your mum. I got smoking with her excessively, and I got, it was like, I don't know, it was COPD or lung cancer or both, but I just feel it's as if that was what took her. Do you know what I mean? What's your brother's name?
Frank.
Frank. How you, Frank?
Oh yeah,
You drive, Frank?
I do.
Aye. A lot. Did you used to take your mum all over?
Yeah.
Because I'm getting, like, I'm not getting with you, I'm getting driving, like, it's as if, like, appointments or anything she needed, you would always be there for her.
Yeah.
And I'm getting a thank you for doing that for her as well. Because you would never mourn. Like, whatever she needed, wherever she needed to be, you would always be the one who would do it for her. You know, and that's what she loved about you.
Yeah.
As you can probably notice, Frank was very nervous. He was listening to what I was telling his sister, Lesley, and you can see, and Frank, if you're watching, I'm not criticising you or anything like that, but you could see that you were very cagey. I mean, I imagine anybody can notice that you were very, like, you know, like, held back. And I can understand why you would be as well, but that's like where, when I'm reading people, I've really got to start pulling the stops out, and I always ask Spirit, I'm like, please give him or her as much validation as you can possibly give us, so that they know that their loved ones, because this is the main goal that I want. It's not about me. I just want people to realise that their loved ones are around them. You know, just because you cannot see them every day, you'll be able to feel them, but just because you cannot see them or hear them doesn't mean that they're not there. Because if they're not there, I would love somebody to tell me how I can give this guy so much validation. But watch the rest of this. I think she wants to just thank you, like, that's what I feel like she's saying to this. I feel like she wants to thank you for being a rock in the times when she needed you, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Why do I feel as if she spent a lot of time on her own? Like, her dad already passed or something? Because I'm getting like, her dad did pass. Your dad, sorry. Because
I feel is as if, like, I don't know if this was quite a while ago with Dad, but I feel is as if she's seeing, I don't know what the 7 is, but it could be 17, I don't know, but I'm getting 7. But the feeling I get with that is as if she's seeing, like, when your dad passed, like, she was so pleased, like, that yous all stepped in and helped her. You know, over the years, like, yous all were there for her, and yous all helped her, like, survive, really. That's what I would say. Yous helped her survive. And, like, you know, yous all made sure she was alright. And she's smiling, I get her smiling, and she's saying, I'm alright, you've got to tell them I'm alright, man. Like, you know, she's alright.
So, the next bit, after that, his mum starts telling us, right, I get visions, that's how it works with me, like, I get thoughts and visions. But his mum's shown us that, like, she's got a sister that's passed over as well. I would never have knew that. And that she was with her mum and dad, and she wanted Frank and Lesley to know, like, that she was okay. She was happy where she is, and she was giving us more and more evidence, you know. And I you can see he's quite shocked, like, when I'm starting to, which I imagine anybody would, like, when I'm starting to give him, like, validation and things that there's, like, no way I could possibly know. And then he confirms that, yes, me mum, you know, his auntie had passed, and that he had lost his mum's sister as well. But watch this next bit.
I do feel like she's with her parents now, but I get a sister feeling now with her and all. Feeling like a sister, if that would make sense.
Yeah, that would make sense.
But that's her sister, is it?
Yeah.
It's her sister, right? Not because you're seeing, like, I'm here with my mum and my dad, and I've also got a sister here as well. I don't know, did you all congregate in the kitchen, like bread? You know, the TV programme, Bread? Because she's like, Blake, could we knock some lights on, Blake? Because, like, I'm struggling with this camera, like, it's really bad. Aye, that would be great, that. No, like, she's mentioning about like, it's as if, like, the kitchen was a congregation room. You know what I mean? Like, the pint table with it, like, that's where you all sat.
Yeah.
Because she's shown us it. She's shown us, like, this pint table and where you all sat. And are you getting stomach pains a lot because you keep skipping meals during the day?
Yeah.
Because, like...
Right, this next bit. Your loved ones, if you're not looking after yourself, right, will come through to me, and they'll let me know, like, in whatever way, shape or form, that, like, I've got to tell you, whatever is going wrong or you're doing wrong. And it's usually quite a common thing that people just don't eat right. When they lose somebody, especially if it's a mum who they've been really close to, or a partner, and they've, like, you know, they've been looked after and well fed, shall we say, that, like, then they're just not eating right, and they're losing weight, and they're just not bothered. And you'll find that your loved ones, when they pass, they do still worry about you. If you're not looking after yourself, right, they'll worry about you more than you can worry about them, because they're alright where they are. They've went back to the spirit world. They're back with all their family. They're in a happy place. But when they're seeing you not looking after yourself, they're not going to find that, like, very comforting. Do you know what I mean? So when you I know there's a lot of you watching this who will be either interested in, or people who's lost people really close and dear to them themselves. And I get this asked to me all the time. All the time. When I read people, they'll say, I just want to know she's all right. I just want to know he's all right. And I always say to people, well, are you all right? Are you getting on with things? Are you pushing yourself in life? Because whichever answer you're going to give us, it'll reflect on the answer that they're going to give us. Because, like, how can somebody who goes back to spirit world be okay, especially your mother, right? Especially, like, Frank's mother, who's, like, seeing Frank not eating and looking after himself properly. Do you know what I mean? It's like, that's why she's telling him off in this next bit, you know, because, well, he needs to realise he's got to look after himself, you know. Because they still didn't stop loving us and caring for us, especially your parents when they pass. If you've had a loving relationship with your parents on this earth plane, you're still going to have that over there. But watch this next bit.
Is it because she used to always spoil you when you went round? You'd always have some meat before you left, and now you're not eating? Is that right?
Yeah.
No, because she's mentioning about you getting stomach pains because you're not eating enough, and she doesn't like it, because she was like that when she was alive as well, telling you off, like, yeah, get yourself a sandwich, get this, get that, get whatever. And now you're just not doing it. You bottle things up all the time as well. Really bad. Do you go out for walks when you're getting yourself upset, like? Do you go out the way and have a good cry about that? Well,
Probably.
I didn't know if you didn't need to admit or deny it, but what I will say to you is, I feel like you're going for a walk by yourself and she's with you, right? I keep saying water as well, I don't know what that's in the stream or whatever, but you do know what I'm talking about. She's saying, when you're going for a walk and you're bottling things up, I want to get upset myself here, like, I feel like it's a bit of an embankment or somewhere you sit and you cry your eyes out about how much you miss her, but she's saying she's had her life, and birds didn't stop in the nest, they fly off and like live like their lives out, and she wants she is teen now, you've had a lot of years with her, now she wants she is to live your life, not be like mourning and grieving over her, because she doesn't like it, especially, she hates seeing you getting upset, because you weren't never that type of person, you're always like quite a reserved bloke, but when you're gone off by yourself and you're getting yourself upset, it kills you. Does that make sense?
It does, yeah.
And she's saying you've got to stop it.
This next bit, right? This next bit with Frank absolutely blew my mind. The reason for that was because, like, I've read like thousands of people over the years. I've never ever, and I'm not criticizing Frank for this, and I said this in the video, because I think it's absolutely like lovely, like that he was so close to his mum, that the comfort it brought him by having the ring on a chain, right, underneath his jumper, right, so he feels that close to him. You know, it was really nice, but in reality, I would never ever have thought, like, of a lad, not that I've got out against it, doing that. And that's what shocked us more. Because as I was talking to him, I asked his mum, because I'm always asking when I read people, like in my mind, I'm always saying, give us some more evidence, give us some more validation, please. Let us know like more stuff about, like, you know, that you hear from him and whatever. And I say that with everyone I read. Like, as I'm talking away to people, I'm always asking that in my mind. And she showed us a wedding ring on a chain on his neck. Right? Now, I couldn't see this wedding ring, as you'll see in the video, because he had like a polo neck on, right? I hadn't even looked anyway, to be fair. It was only after I'd watched the video, like the polo neck. But he had this polo neck on, and he had this chain obviously sunken very deep into the polo neck, and you couldn't tell. Not that I would have been looking anyway, because I wouldn't have expected, like, a lad, as I said, to have a ring round the neck. Not that I'm saying it's a bad thing. I think it's lovely what he does, but I just didn't expect it, and it shocked us even more. So I says, like, who's got the ring? Even when I say who's got the, I'm really saying it's you, but I don't know, I prefer to see it that way. I think it's because I'm a bit scared in case I'm wrong and it doesn't make sense. So that's why it says who's got the ring, even though I knew it was him, the wedding ring, or the ring round your mum's ring round the chain. And when he pulled it out, I was just as shocked as the audience. When he showed us the ring, the wedding ring, there. Because at that point I thought, there's no way this guy is going to be able to, like, doubt or question that his mum is not around him. Because that was the impression I was getting of him. You know, I mean, it's not for me to judge, I just give what I get, but it's spirit, you know, it's pure spirit. That gives us the stuff, the validation, the proof and evidence to give to people. But when I said that was when I thought, he's going to know now that his mum's around him. Watch this bit.
Who got a ring and put it on a chain?
Me.
You've got a ring on a chain. Give us a look. Is that the wedding ring or something?
Yeah, wedding ring. Wedding ring, yeah.
I wouldn't know that, would I? I wouldn't, no offence to you, I think it's lovely, but usually, no offence, didn't tell us the wrong way, but I would never have expected, like, that shows how close you are to that, but I would expect the lass, like, to be that, do you know what I mean? And I'm not knocking you for it, I think it's lovely, I'm sure you all agree, but I would never ever have thought that. Like, but she's telling me, because I'm asking that, I'm saying, please, if you hear properly, give us some validation that you can let me know that he knows that you're here. And she showed us a ring on a chain. And obviously you've just showed us it. So that's, to me, I know the validation of you going for walks by yourself, but I think that, I don't know, do you agree? Is that evidence or what?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And you know something, guys, and I sincerely mean this from the bottom of my heart. I couldn't give a flying hoot about people bragging about me. I'm more bothered whether you think it's a sales pitch or not. I don't care, you're already here. I'm more bothered about people like himself getting validation. I didn't care about me, I'm more bothered about him. He's getting validation to know that his mum's here, and that's what matters to me. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to leave a love with you then. Thank you. Steve.
So the end bit there, you've seen the drawing at the end in the background on that big projector screen. That's what I use in every show. That's why when I'm doing shows, I can only like use big function rooms. I can't do like little pubs and clubs because obviously the projector screen's too big, and that is the whole like point of like me shows. I want people to see exactly what I'm drawing. And I obviously drew his mum, and then I tell them like everything what you told us about them not eating properly, about them walking along next to water, like and talking to her and being so upset. I tell her that she was all right. I tell them how she passed, the conditions what she was going through, and that she was happy and she was at peace. She's give us validation, like unanimous evidence that there's no way you could deny. And then you can see in this next bit when Blake interviews Lesley and Frank at the end. I don't know, I've just noticed it like when I've been watching the video, how relaxed he is. Like how like you can see the happiness in his face and like the sort of comfort. Like without him even having to see anything, you can see it. Like how we just totally like it's as if this weight of the world like has come off his shoulders and he's like at peace, you know. And you know the hard work for me, like for like because I get very anxious and nervous when I do shows, and like the stress of like setting everything up, having to travel and making sure I haven't forgot nothing, and traveling to the venue, getting everything like in place, making sure everything's charged. Then everybody starts coming into the venue. My nerves is like absolutely through the roof. Because obviously I'm standing up and I've got to literally basically perform. You know, let's be honest. I've got to be able to give people validation and evidence, and I'm like in the firing line all the way through that show. Because let's be honest, people are going to judge us, and I mean, I'm not expecting them, oh, bless you, you didn't get much tonight, it's all right. It's like, I know that people are judging us. I would be the same. But the nerves is like unbelievable for me. But I am slowly getting better at doing shows. I'm going to be honest, like more comfortable with them, which is helping us read better. But my point is, that show, right, was a difficult one, like most shows are. But to see the comfort at the end, right, and the smiling and the laughing and the giggling in their both faces is what makes it worth doing what I do and put myself through like the stress levels, what it is. But like just to sit and watch the video and just think, you know what, like I've done a really good like job. I don't know what you want to word it as, but I've done something really good, and yes, it did feel good, and I was on a high driving home because that night I'd done a few readings for different people, and like they were really good. Like they got some really good, strong validation, and it was nice. It's nice. It's nice. It makes it worth it. It's what I'm trying to say here. But watch this interview with Frank and Lesley next, right? And have a watch of the body language, and have a watch of the difference from when I first started reading them until the way they looked in this interview. Because you can just, it's like night and day. You can see how relaxed they are. But have a watch.
Your name's Frank and Lesley. We're at the Trades Hall in Workington tonight. We're doing one of these mediumship shows. And Stephen drew a picture, and it's your mum straight away. You could see the likeness.
Yeah, my sister recognised the picture, so we thought it could possibly be her, and it has turned out to be my mum. While we were sitting there, Stephen decided to ask some questions to see if anything was relevant to both me and my sister. Started talking to my sister first. Some of the things she found relevant, and I was like a bit shocked, to say the least. And we were trying to picture things, and then Stephen asked us if I was getting like pains in my stomach, because of the eating and things like that. And I don't really eat that much. I'm very wary about, yeah. And both my parents used to twine about my eating.
I just listening to your story, the amount of accuracy was mind blowing. He mentioned a walk next to some water.
Yeah. Well, because we live in the Lake District, I would go for a walk, and I would go to because we live in the Lake District. I go to the lake called Ennerdale quite a lot, and then if I walk down to the lake, and then I would maybe go on a kayak or something. But yeah, the water and that is really, really relevant, and there's just no way that they would know that.
This is what I found fascinating. I mean, even he mentioned a wedding ring on a chain,
Yeah.
and
Which, as you can see, or anybody can see, I wear my mum's wedding ring round my neck. That I also have that, which is a copy of a St. Christopher that my dad used to wear, that we don't longer have now. So I just think it's just a lot of the things he said. There's just nobody would ever know that.
well, this is what I found fascinating as well. It's just of all the facts, of all the validation, he was spot on each and every time. I believe your mum was here tonight.
Yeah, we do.
How do you feel after all this validation?
We do. We know it was right when she passed because she was lost without my father. Right. We had to actually tell my mum that she was dying. And her exact words was, "Don't worry about it, I've had a nice life." So, yeah, he mentioned the COPD. She had COPD, she suffered with that. So she'd had enough. She'd had enough.
Are you at peace? Have you getting closure? You know, now your mum is reunited with her family.
Yeah. The strangest thing is, earlier on, Stephen was talking to a lady in here, also called Lesley. When he was on about my mum being with her sister, that would be her auntie.
It's remarkable, isn't it?
Oh, Nana. Nana.
You know what? It's mind blowing. I'm privileged to work with this guy. I see this every show we do, but I was fascinated by the amount of accuracy for the two of you.
There's no way they would know we're connected at all.
Well, that's even more mind blowing. That is more mind blowing. And
I'd have like a one-to-one reading with him on WhatsApp through COVID and all that.
did you?
And my dad and my daughter come through. They both come through, and it was absolutely spot on. So that's why, as soon as I seen he was coming round here, I said to my brother, we're going to have to go because we have both struggled with losing my mum. But now we can just think of her as being happy, and that's all we want.
Well, we can clearly see that you're at peace. Your mum's here watching over the pay-per-views. Enjoy the rest of the show. We've still got some more to go through. But thank you very much for chatting to us. Thank you.
So guys, well, I hope you've enjoyed watching that video. I hope it's been educational for you. I hope it's brought a bit of comfort to some of you who's lost loved ones, to know that, like, even though you haven't had a connection yourself like that they are around you. I hope you've enjoyed watching the video, and I hope that you're going to leave a comment, maybe a thumbs up and a share, right, on whatever media platform you're watching it on, just to let me know that you're enjoying these videos, and it'll help me want to keep making them, because they are quite time consuming. But if you're enjoying watching them, I'm going to enjoy making them. So until I get the next one out there, and can I just say thank you to Lesley and Frank for being part of the show and being part of the video that I've made. And I wish you every bit of luck in the future and happiness as well. And I'll catch you all on the next one.